In our previous budget laptop guide, we rounded up some of the best laptops under 20,000 rupees in India, and we found some pretty interesting options ranging from tiny form factors to even a laptop with a 4G SIM slot. In this guide, we will be raising the budget quotient by about 10,000 rupees to see how much better we can do in terms of features and specifications. Now, while 10,000 rupees might seem like a sizable jump from our previous guide, the actual gain in features can be a little bit limited. Now, the big upgrade you'll really notice is the increase in CPU power. Also, we found many laptops in this price range to have 1 TB of hard drive storage as standard across. Now, there's a lot to cover, so let's get started. The Acer Aspire 3 is one of the few Windows 10 laptops under 30,000 rupees to feature an 8th generation Intel Core i3 8130U CPU, which makes it the most powerful laptop amongst the competition that we tested. Now, at the time of this video, you can find this laptop online for as little as 27,990 rupees. It doesn't have the best aesthetics as the plain black paint job and the full plastic body isn't much to look at, but it does feel sturdy. It's also quite slim and packs in a decent number of ports. Acer has also thoughtfully provided 2 quick access compartments underneath for swapping out the RAM and hard drive, which is very convenient if you need to upgrade these parts. The keyboard is quiet and comfortable to type on, and performance in apps is good. This is also one of the few laptops in this segment to sport a full HD display, but the panel itself isn't very vibrant and vertical viewing angles are still a bit weak. Now, you only get a VGA resolution for the webcam, which does produce slightly grainy quality images, so it's not very ideal if you'll be doing a lot of Skype calls. Now, Windows 10 does have its moments of sluggishness, but this really can't be helped due to the slow hard drive, and this is sort of a consistent issue with most of the laptops that we tested in this price segment. Finally, battery life is also decent, and while it won't last you an entire workday, you can expect around 4 to 5 hours of battery life with frugal usage. The Asus VivoBook X407 UA is a worthy runner-up as it packs in a decent set of specifications for an online price of roughly 26,990 rupees. Now, what we really liked about it is its compact size thanks to the 14-inch HD display. Text and images also don't look overly jagged due to the smaller panel size, and aesthetics are also pretty good. The bezels on the left and right of the display are also fairly slim, which gives it an immersive feel. The body doesn't feel too premium as it uses plastics for the construction of the chassis. The keys also feel a bit mushy to type on compared to the Acer Aspire 3. However, you do get a fingerprint sensor in the trackpad area, which is nice to see. The VivoBook X407 UA also has a compartment underneath for accessing the 2 RAM slots, but there's nothing for the hard drive. It's not the slimmest laptop, but at this size it does feel quite light. CPU performance is pretty decent too. It features a slightly older Intel Core i3 7th generation 7020U CPU, which isn't as powerful as the 8th generation part that Acer uses, but it's good enough for casual workloads. Multitasking and app performance is fairly good, with a bit of intermittent sluggishness creeping in every now and then. Now, some of the things we didn't quite like with this laptop is the fact that you don't get a full-size SD card reader. Instead, you get a micro SD one. The VGA webcam doesn't really offer very good quality either, and the battery life should last you for about 4 hours, which is once again quite average. The Lenovo IdeaPad 330 is available online for about 25,000 rupees, and for this money, you get a good looking laptop with a metallic finish for the keyboard area, which gives it a rugged and premium feel. You only get 2 USB ports, which are a bit limiting, and there's no compartment underneath to access the RAM or the hard drive. The 15.6-inch display only gets an HD resolution, and as a result, text and icons appear quite jagged. Viewing angles of this panel are also pretty weak. Now, this laptop features an Intel Pentium Silver N5000 CPU, which offers decent performance but isn't as competitive as the other laptops we tested. The quality of the webcam isn't very good either, and the speaker doesn't get too loud. Battery life is pretty decent as the laptop lasted for about 4 hours and 17 minutes in our battery eater pro test, which should translate to roughly 5 to 6 hours of actual usage. Now, HP wasn't able to send their laptop for this comparison, but the Notebook 15 does pack in some decent set of specifications, such as an Intel Pentium Silver N5000 CPU, 4 GB of RAM, a 1 TB hard drive, and a 15.6-inch HD display. You also get a decent set of connectivity options such as 3 USB ports and a DVD writer. It also has an HD webcam, which is nice considering most of the laptops we tested came with a VGA webcam. The Lenovo IdeaPad 33015 ARR is an interesting laptop in this segment as it features AMD's Ryzen 3 2200U processor. Now this is still the first generation Ryzen, but there aren't many laptops with this CPU in this price range with Windows 10, which is what makes it quite interesting. You also get 4GB of DDR4 RAM, a 1TB hard drive, a 15.6-inch Full HD display, and dual speakers with Dolby Audio. Connectivity is pretty good too, as you get two full-size USB ports and a USB Type-C port, which again is not often found in this price segment. Now, unfortunately, we weren't able to test this laptop, but just looking at the specs alone, it does look like a pretty cool package. So these are some of the best budget laptops that we found under 30,000 rupees. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And like always for everything tech, log on to gadgets360.com.